Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? This is Joe Figueroa at LIR Dance TV with another video in our series, Anatomy of a Dance, where I break down a social dance count for count, pointing out everything I did and everything my partner does. You can leave your questions or comments down below and I will try to get to as many as I can. If you find something in these videos that you would like a more detailed breakdown of, let me know below. This week's video was a short one, meaning that the material is only 1 minute and 47 seconds worth of the dance, but I can still break down quite a bit in just 1 minute and 47 seconds. Now, I typically don't like to watch instructional videos from dance partners. I mean, I like to watch them, but when you see two people that are clearly dance partners doing a lesson, it's so clear that they have worked out this material ahead of time, and it doesn't really give the feel of social dance, the way that I like social dance to be. I enjoy more seeing a guy who is an instructor or a girl who's an instructor dancing with some random person, because then you get a real sense as to what their abilities are in a real-time social setting, and that's what's attractive to me. That being said, this video is with my friend, former student, and partner, Sharonne Vinokurov. Currently, she is with Art in Motion Dance Company. I mention all this because Sharonne and I have danced many times together. I mean, I was her trainer at one point. So I know everything she's going to do because I helped get her there. So please don't watch this video thinking, oh, well, sure, he can do that with her and she can do that with him because they know each other. Yes, that's true, we do know each other, but it's not like any of this stuff is choreography. A lot of times you see these lessons or breakdowns and it's clearly choreographed. That's not the case with me, and it never will be. As I said earlier, this video is a short one, but there are 3 particular moves in here that I think are pretty cool and definitely deserve a breakdown. So let's get started. It starts off right away with this progressive turn where I lead to the shoulder instead of over the head, leading her into what I call a copa to reversal. Now, you're not going to be able to see her feet because of the way this is shot, but you can see that what I've done here is given her the copa, led her forward into her forward step, and then sent her back in the direction that she came. Almost exactly repeating the footwork, but in reverse. Following that up with a double caress or sombrero, as we sometimes refer to it. Inside shoulder turn to 360, I raise my arm to give her a back pass underneath. Ladies, notice how she keeps her hand to my body. She traces across my back out of the back pass, so I know where her hand is and I can pick it up right away. To lead her into a lasso, into a inside turn free spin, I stop her at the shoulder for the check, into a back walk, leading her into a progressive double turn where she has her hands ready for the pickup. Now, ladies, notice how she brings her arms into her own body for the progressive, but then extends them afterwards so that I can pick one of them up. Adversely for the gentleman, always give her something to hold on to. I lead her into a progressive turn and I still extend my hand out in front of her so that she can see it, and if she needs to use me for balance or for base, I'm there. Always be there. Cross body lead, pass behind the back, to handshake hold, inside turn, leading her into a check, and then a double right hand turn to follow. Which brings us to cool thing number 2, which is a check press. What I did here was put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it. So I gave her a check and used the 1, 2, 3 of that check to lead her into a full turn, which is the press. So ladies, that's a forward break for your check with your right foot on 1, then leading the turn for 2, 3 into another forward break with your left foot on 5. Guys, you have to create a sense of tension in the fingertips right away. Notice I do it on the left side here with my arm putting hers in L shape, and then I draw the circle over the top of her head completely, giving her a full circle turn, having her end up in the same spot that she began, but on the opposite foot. All fitting in with what I always say, which is the ladies follow the hand. So guys, point the hand in the direction that you intend for her to face. The cool does not end there. Immediately after her 5, I lead her back to her left for a 1.5 left hand turn on the spot. 360 cross body lead into a 2-handed back leg progressive turn, then going into a over my head and behind the back sectioned inside turn to 360 and fake. So maybe there's like 4 or 5 things in here. cool thing number 3. These are next to impossible because you have to do everything by just fingertips and have her feel what you're looking for. In addition, for the gentleman, we have to use our hands in almost a juggling kind of motion. So you have to transfer lead, left, right, in rapid fire in order to get this done. Handshake hold, left hands low, to back lead, double progressive turn with a late loop for me, immediately into a double inside turn with another late loop for me without ever breaking hand connection. You try that at the club tonight and see if you can get it done. Caress into inside turn to check. What I do here is use my body to stop her at 3. Ladies, notice how she is operating off of touch. She doesn't have to see where I am. She feels where I am, and that is what makes her such a great follow. Back leg cross body lead after a quick hand switch, and then I lead her into right hand turn, picking up her hand afterwards to lead her into a 362 walk. We miss hand connection at the end there, but then regain Copa to two-handed back-led progressive turn with another late loop for me. This is just an inside turn to check. I pick up the hand to lead her into a back-led cross-body lead, followed by a wrapped inside turn and an unwrapped progressive turn, leading her into a fake where she has plenty of opportunity to style here. So with this unwrapped progressive turn, I'm putting my hand behind my back, extending my arm and hers, so therefore I can reach to pick up her hip, so her arms are free to go into styling. So let's talk about that styling. Footwork wise, this is just basic step. Back on 1, forward on 5. So what she does here is pass her hands out to the side during her 5, so that way she can have some space. In addition, she pops the chest as well, and a little bit of a head nod is there also. She doesn't have to see me, so she's not looking for me. She just goes by touch. She feels my hand at her hip, and one hand picking up her left hand on her left side. So she goes into arm styling with her right because it's free. On the lead end of it, I saw this as an opportunity for conditioning. Since I already gave her a basic and I knew that she was going to give me a back on 1 and forward on 5, I repeated that same footwork, or allowed her to repeat that same footwork, and then changed it into a left hand turn to check. I guess there are a lot more moves in here that are cool than just the 3 that I initially thought. After the cross, I bring my body to our center, so that way I'm at her arm's length, and we go into a bit of a roundabout into a inside turn with spiraled arms to check. The check leads us into a double spin with a late loop for me, leading her into an inside turn to check from the handhold, change her direction so I can step under the arm, leading her into an inside turn in 360, and we close. Notice, gentlemen, every time I go into a late loop, it's always after I've completed everything that she's supposed to do. Make this note now. There is no such thing as simultaneous in salsa. She always gets all of her parts taken care of first, and then you can take care of your parts after. I know how that sounds. That's why I said it that way. If you see anything in the video you'd like a better breakdown of, make sure you put it in the comments below. I'm going to be in the DC area this weekend for the Capitol Congress. I'm going to try to test out some new material. I'll be DJing every night, so come and check us out down in DC at the Capitol Congress. Alright, I'm signing off. I will see you guys on the dance floor life as well.